Hello, everybody. Welcome to Grandma Hershey Cooks. I'm Grandma Hershey, spelled with the U and not an E. So let's not get it twisted. Okay. So, anywho, today we're going to be making something that I have been known for the last 3 years, and I am thankful to God for giving me the recipe. So, anyway, let's talk about the types of recipes that you will see on this show, on these shows that I plan to do in the future. This is show number 8. Can you believe it? Anywho, so the recipes that are going to be on the shows and in the book that I'm still hoping to have done in time for Thanksgiving dinner are going to be recipes that's for diabetics, that's for people who are allergic to gluten, people who are pescatarians, vegetarians, Daniel fast recipes, uh, people with high cholesterol, people with high blood pressure. Okay, these recipes will cover anything. Okay, so if you can't find one to your liking, you ought to be able to find another. I remember when I went on a low carb diet and I was looking for recipes that was going to taste good. I was hoping they looked good in the book. I bought 2 books. Those recipes were horrible. So I'm going like, okay, Lord, if I'm going to make a book, it needs to be something that people enjoy. I don't want the majority of these recipes to taste good, okay? Because why should we have to suffer just because we have restrictions? That's not fair. So, anywho, just continue to follow Grandma Hershey Cooks, and you will get something that you like. I promise you. Okay. Now, today's recipe, like I said, is cornbread, and I call it cornbread number 5 because I have 9 versions because I have one I haven't told you about yet. But I've got 9 versions of cornbread, and this is version number 8. Okay, but the first thing I need you to do is go and check the thumbs up. Do it right now. Okay, thumbs up. Then go to subscribe and click on subscribe. And if you don't see that black bell, click it again. And then click the black bell because that will tell you every time I am live on I was getting ready to say Facebook Live, that I'm live on YouTube. Okay, so click that black bell for me. All right. So this eating lifestyle that I've been doing now has been for 3 years. February made 3 years. Okay, and with this lifestyle of eating, I have avoided 4 medications because that's what the doctor was getting ready to put me on. Sister girl going like, we don't need all that. So anywho, so also within a year, my A1C went from 8.7 to 5.3. My blood pressure was 167 at the time, and it runs in the 120s. And I had lost 27 pounds, 10 of them found their way back. So I'm going to say I got rid of the 17 that stayed away. And Grandma Hershey, this is March. I told you I'm getting ready to do something with those silver sneakers. They sent me an email, so I'm going to start walking that circuit of doing something. So this time next month, we're going to see what's going on with Grandma Hershey and this loveliness. Okay? Anywho, so I want to talk to you about erythritol because you know that's my favorite thing. My favorite sugar substitute. And then yesterday, David Muir had the nerve to say that something was wrong with my erythritol. I'm going like, what? Is this a joke? So anyway, I just want to read to you the reason why I love my erythritol, besides the flavor and the fact that it look like little diamonds. And so I choose erythritol because out of all the other sugar substitutes, it's the only one that actually tasted like sugar to me without an aftertaste. Now, I've been using it for 3 years and I haven't had a problem, okay? However, I don't use all 100% in my recipes because I'm afraid to do that. And maybe that's why they found some negative results recently. So, because I use low sugar, not sugar free. There is a difference, and I haven't had any problems. None of the people who've eaten my food had any problem. But you use your best judgment, and you talk to your doctor because it's up to you to make the right decision, because I can't make the decision for you because I'm not living in your body. So for me right now, this is what I use. But erythritol was discovered in 1848. This is 2023. And it was discovered by a Scottish chemist named John Stenhouse. Then it was isolated in 1852. So it became a thing. Then in 1950, it was put in blackstrap molasses, okay? And then it became commercialized as a sugar alcohol in the 1990s in Japan. And so now we're using it here in the United States. So why all of a sudden, all these years later, it's a problem? I do not know. But that was the report on yesterday, that it was causing, that it could cause some heart problem. I haven't had any heart problems. My blood pressure went from 167 to 123. So I don't know, but you use your best judgment and you talk to your doctors, because all my recipes that calls for sugar is half erythritol and half sugar. So if you don't want to use that, then you use the sweetener that you're using in place of my erythritol, and so that way you still can enjoy something. Okay, I don't want you to be totally in the dark, because Grandma Hershey be wants some sweets and I can't have all that sugar, so I want you to have some sweets too. Okay, all right, let's put that to the side. We're done with that. So do want to introduce you to the new flour. This flour is what I put in my cornbreads along with my almond flour. After a whole bunch of cornbread being thrown away, this was what was very helpful for the texture of the cornbread, because you see on the picture, it does not look gluten-free, does it? I'm telling you. So it is called, it's by Premium Gold. And I did put it on the little paperwork thing, whatever that's called. Grandma Hershey don't know all these terms. I'm 65 years old. Anywho, it's called Premium Gold. It's the company. The bag looks like this, but they've got two flours. You don't want to get tricked. One is for baking pizzas, making pizza dough, and it has 200 milligrams of sodium in 1/3 cup. This has nothing, no sodium, okay? And what it says is gluten-free, flax, and ancient grain. All-purpose flour. So that's what you want to look for. I got it on Amazon. It's a 5-pound bag. Okay. So this has worked greatly in my cornbreads. Okay. And I'm going to set this to the side. Hold on. Okay, so what we're gonna do, because we got to get quick, because time is of the essence around here and we don't want to keep you all day. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to take a stick and a half of margarine. Now I've got one stick that's a regular margarine. It's by Imperial, because that's my favorite. And then I have the other half is a light margarine, because it has a little more water in it, and you kind of need that for the texture of the cornbread, okay? Grandma Hershey be feeling like a scientist around here. I'm always dibbling and dabbling and trying to make sure everything come out right, okay? And this has been a success for a long time, okay? So you want to follow Grandma Hershey rules on this, just trust me and know that this works. So I got a stick of margarine, that's regular margarine, and a half a stick of light, okay? We're going to throw that in the bowl. We're trying to throw it in the bowl. Okay, then we're going to take a half a cup of sugar, put that in with it. And then we're going to take a half a cup of my favorite erythritol, but you use whatever sweetener you want to use, okay? Because I want you to be healthy and well, and I want you to be able to continue to watch Grandma Hershey, okay? So we're going to put that in there. And you know how recipes say to cream the butter with the sugars? That's what we're getting ready to do. Okay, so we're going to turn the beaters on. We're going to mix that sugar and that margarine together. Now, if you don't have high cholesterol and you can do butter, then use the butter. Okay? First, you got to watch about the cholesterol, all right? We're going to cream this together until it's blended very well. Okay. also make sure that you take your margarine out early, maybe 2 or 3 hours before you're ready to cook, so it can soften. You don't have to melt it, but if you take it out early enough, it'll get soft, and that way it's pliable and it'll mix in with the sugar. Okay, so next, what we're going to do is we're going to take, I can get to all these containers around here. Get out. 2 cups of vanilla almond milk. And not the nasty milk. This says 80 calories, okay, because it's got a little bit of sweetness in it. We don't want nasty cornbread. Then you're going to take 3 eggs. And you're going to put those in, 3 large eggs. And I know eggs cost a lot of money these days. Ooh, I'm still praying for a relief somewhere, okay? And you're going to whisk that together. You want to get these eggs broken down. You're going to whisk it into the milk, okay? So we got to get that nice and whisked up. Can you see that? Okay. Pretty soon I'm going to get my camera going, okay? I know I've been working on this stuff, but I'm the sound girl, the camera girl, everything girl. All right, I'm the girl Friday. What they say, the gal Friday. Remember those days? Okay, so then in this bowl, we're going to put 1.5 cup of the almond flour. Oops. Oh, Lord. We're going to take, what's this, 3/4 cups of our new flour, the ancient grain. See, it's been around for a long time, according to that title. We're going to put that in. We're going to put 1 cup of cornmeal. Now, I use Quakers, but you can use a Best Choice or whoever. Cornmeal is cornmeal. So I put and I like the yellow cornmeal, but if you like the white cornbread, use the white cornmeal. You do you, boo. This is your cornbread that you're going to be eating, okay? And then we're going to take, look at my thing over here because I put them all here together because time is of the essence. But you're going to take 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum. Remember, I told you about that in some of the other shows. For baking, you need that when you make gluten-free recipes because the gluten was in the wheat. And since you have gluten-free flour, that means you don't have any gluten. So xanthan gum is your binder. So this is 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum. It's 3.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And it is 1/4 teaspoon of Mediterranean sea salt. It has a very low amount of sodium compared to table salt. And that's why I use it, okay? So all that is in here. We're going to put that in, all the dry goods. All right, then we're going to stir that in together, okay? I mean, we got to hurry up because time is of the essence and you guys got to taste this cornbread, okay? So now what you want to do is alternate between the wet mixture and the dry mixture into your cream mixture. Now, normally I do it in thirds, but being that time is of the essence, we're going to do it in halves. So I'm going to take half of the milk mixture, the egg mixture, and I'm going to take half of the flour mixture. Okay, and now we're going to stir it just a little because we don't want no mess, okay? When you turn the beaters on, if you have too much of something, then it just get all over the place. Grandma Hershey don't like a mess, okay? So now we're going to blend that very well. It's looking good. Okay, then we're going to put the other half in. All right, put the other half in. Woo-hoo. And then the other half of the flour. All right, get on in there. Don't be shy. All right, get these bowls out of the way. All right, and we're going to stir it a little bit so we don't get no mess. You know how Grandma Hershey is. Grandma Hershey got OCD. We don't want to get that riled up. All right, then we're going to blend that in real good. All right. Blend that in real good until it's nice and smooth. It's going to look kind of like cake batter. Okay? Mm. All right, that's looking real good. That is looking real good. Let me show you. Okay, see how good that look? It almost look like cake batter, but it's not. Okay, so now I already greased my sprayed my what is this thing? A cake pan. I already sprayed it. Okay. Oh Lord, Grandma Hershey running out of room here. Okay, hold on. I don't go nowhere. I'm gonna do a tap dance for you. So we're gonna take this cake pan that has already been sprayed with all spray or baker's jar, whatever you use to spray your pan with. Okay, and so we're gonna pour this into the pan. All right. Ooh, don't that look good? And it tastes good too. Woo-hoo. All right, go on in there. You got to get cooked. And then you're going to spread that out evenly to the pan so it can be brown evenly and look real nice and pretty when it's over. Okay. Ooh, wee, don't that look good? I know. Grandma Hershey like her own food. Okay. Now, oh, did I leave something out? Let me see. Oh, yeah. I wanted to give a shout out to my friend, William Clark. He told me that he watched every episode. So if you got something that you've done, tried the recipe, you watched all the show, let me know and I will shout your name out too. Thank you, William. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. All right. So now, before I put this in the oven, the nutritional value of this cornbread, it is 180.6 calories, 2.2 grams of saturated fat, 21.5 carbs, 8 grams of sugar. Okay, now it makes 16 pieces, and that's a nice size square. So that's pretty good for some cornbread. Okay? And then there's 230.6 milligrams of sodium and 7.7 grams of fiber. Can you believe that? And you know why? Because in the erythritol, it cuts the carbs. And so for every gram of fiber that you have, it blocks 1 gram, 1 carb. So with that being high, to block the carbs, then that's what makes it low carb. Okay. And that's, hey, what can I say? Okay. So, anywho, let's see what the elves done. The elves are back. Oh, they just love me. My kitchen elves. Let's see what they did. They told me they did a little something, something. Let's take a look and see. Woo, woo, woo. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. What these elves done? Get that out the way. Now, what these elves done? Oh my God, wait till you see. Wait till you see what they done. They made me some cornbread. These elves, I tell you, they are so wonderful. And I'm going to put the new batch in so that it can get to cooking. Okay. Now, did I forget to tell y'all to preheat your oven to 400? Preheat your oven to 400 before you get to cooking. Okay, mine was a little hot. Anywho, so preheat it to 400, and you want to bake this for 40 to 45 minutes. After 40 minutes, you check it. You're gonna smell it. You're gonna smell it. I tell you, those elves thought they were slick, but I smelled it when it was cooking. All right. So we're gonna set this timer for 40 minutes. I don't want nothing to burn up. And what I did do is forget to grab a knife. Hold on, Grandma Hershey making all kind of bloopers today. You're welcome. Oh, that's right. All right. Ta-da! Grandma Hershey had a knife in the dishwasher that was clean. Okay, so let's taste this cornbread to see what all the fuss is about. Okay, I'm gonna cut it this way right quick. I want you to see the beauty of this cornbread. Okay. Because Grandma Hershey ain't playing. When it comes to cornbread, Grandma Hershey don't play. See See how pretty that is? Can you see that? How fluffy and light? I'm gonna taste it for you. Make sure it's not poison. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Somebody told me it tastes better than Jiffy. I'm willing to take their word for it. Okay, so I'm trying not to eat my mouth full. So what you want to do, you want to hit that thumbs up. You want to get that black bell ring-a-ding-dinging. And you want to share with everybody you know. Share with your friends. Share with your enemies. Share with your neighbors. Share with everybody you know to come watch Grandma Hershey cook something that's good for you. Okay? Now, next week, I'll put this down for a minute because Grandma Hershey going to tear that up, okay, when the show is over. So next week, get ready. And I need y'all to pray for me because I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to pull this off. But next week is oven fried chicken wings and fries basket. Bam! I'm going to give you 2 for 1. So y'all gonna have to, the elves gonna have to bring their cousins because I'm gonna need all the help I can get. All right. So next week at 2:30, Grandma Hershey gonna make you a chicken basket, chicken and wings and fries, baby. Anywho, I'll see you next week. Thank you for coming by. Love you. Have a wonderful week.